tomorrow is your first day kindergarten. Are you excited? You're gonna have so much fun. Here's your lunchbox. I'll pick you up this afternoon. Give me a hug. I love you. I'll see you later. Have fun. Bye. Thank you for being here with us. Brittany is the kindergarten teacher of the year. And Kat, you taught kindergarten before as well, right?
Yes, I taught kindergarten and preschool, and I was a librarian, and now I work for Chesterfield County Public Schools in the Office of Family and Community Engagement.
Wonderful. Well, we are here to talk about what do our children need to get ready for kindergarten, that big transition. What can you help us, please?
Definitely, we can definitely help you with that.
Great. All right, so what are the basic skills would you say that a child needs to get ready for the transition?
Okay, so the basic transitional skills that we look for in kindergartners are they able to use the restroom by themselves? We look for the basic separation anxiety, making sure that they're okay with leaving mom and dad. We look for maybe the independence of putting their coats on, fastening their buttons and things of that nature. We work a lot on the academics, so we don't expect too much academically right when they come in. Just mainly that social, emotional, being able to work well with others is the main things that we look for.
Yeah.
All right.
And that sense of when your child becomes independent, they're a little bit more independent, they're a little bit more confident, they're, at that time that they're ready to take risk, they're making friends. Those are other indicators, I think, that my child is ready for kindergarten, they're ready for that next step.
I was thinking about in the classroom, guys, what about listening skills and
Following directions.
Yes,
We look for simple following 1 or 2 step directions from their adults, their teachers, or any adult, those type of things. Being able to ask when they need help is a big one, because some of them are a little timid at first.
Yes.
But encouraging them to ask when they need help and be able to just follow those simple step directions.
How can we help our children at home with that, with the listening? How can we practice at home to help them?
I think that it's those simple little everyday things that we do, those I call them everyday learning opportunities. Like you said, it's not like we have to teach the skills or parents have to worry about the skills. It's more about setting that foundation, and I'm growing this little independent human, and this one child's not going to be exactly like this other child. I think about this time of year, we have all these flowers, and you go into a greenhouse and every one of the geraniums is blooming at the exact same time. Well, our kids are totally different. They don't all bloom at the same time. So we just have to be ready as adults and give them those challenges and give them those experiences so that they can become more independent. We're like the secure home base. But as far as getting them to listen and follow the multiple step directions, it's part of growing up, taking care of your toys, putting your things away, helping us set the table, sorting the laundry. There's little learning opportunities in all of those things, from counting and sorting and comparing to just vocabulary development too. And then there's those independent skills built in there also. So
I love that you're saying that, because at home, for example, we can practice, like you said, through daily interactions. We can practice taking turns, right?
Yeah, turns, yes.
Or if I'm speaking and then my child is jumping in the conversation, I can go, oh, please let me finish. Right. And then, now it's your turn.
That impulse control.
Thank you for waiting.
Exactly.
That's how we can help them.
So playing games too is another way to help your child learn to take turns and actually learn to lose too, which is, I think, sharing, taking turns. Those type of social things are super important when you come to kindergarten.
about, I like that you're talking about sharing, and that's also another skill that we can practice at home, right, Brittany?
Yes, it's definitely that. You can, like she said, play with games. Even if it's just the only child, I would encourage the parents to do something with them and say, okay, well, let me use this first, and then when I'm finished, then you can use it. It doesn't have to necessarily have to be with another kid if you don't have other children at home.
Exactly.
But I say get them out there, get them exposed to other children, or whether it's going to the park, you know, taking turns. This kid's on the steps first, so you wait for them, and then you can go on. So there's a lot of different things you can do, even if there's no other children at home that you can practice with.
Absolutely, and plus, as we all know, children do what they see us doing.
Exactly.
And right now, it's a little more difficult to do play dates, although things are becoming a little more normal. But if we are at home with our child, definitely we are the ones that are going to mirror what we want them to do.
And stories
to model,
too.
Yes, I'm sorry, yes.
So there's a lot of good books too out there that we can read, and that's another great activity for parents to do with their children. Obviously, it's the foundation for everything, but books can also help children understand a concept like sharing or empathy, that type of thing, and all those you will need when you come to kindergarten.
And we definitely encourage reading to your kid. Get them, build that love for reading, understanding how to hold a book and things like that. So just incorporating all of those aspects will help them.
Right, and also that's one of my favorite things to do, actually. I am very passionate about children's literacy, and it's such a bonding moment. So the reading, and when you point at the words and everything, and when you're cuddling, it's just, I think it's love and bonding, and reading is such a natural thing to do that they will love. That's how we foster love for reading in our kids, right?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I have a question about the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. How much parents do we need to worry about it?
Okay, so we do a lot of the basic skills in kindergarten starting off, but we do want the students to at least can recite the alphabet song, maybe recognize a couple letters. We do work on sounds in kindergarten, so the sound not so much, unless they can, but we don't press on it too hard. We work on like counting orally to 10 in the beginning of the kindergarten school year, counting objects, so even if you have like, how many muffins do you have on your plate, have them practice counting that. Recognizing and knowing the basic colors and the basic shapes are like generally where we start with in kindergarten. So just start like over the summer pointing out shapes. Can you tell me what shape that is? Or maybe they can go on a scavenger hunt to find different things. So not too extensive, but just start with the basics is all we say.
And I love that you're saying the basics, because at the museum we work with the basics, and one of them is count, group, and compare. So I want parents to please just do it playfully.
Yes.
Don't stress out about, oh, now my child needs to know all these things, because guess what? That's why they come to school.
Exactly.
Right?
That's what we do.
But I'll make it playful.
Right, you're in it for the long haul, you know, like we just want to get our children excited about learning, so just follow their interests, whatever they're interested in. There's all these little everyday learning opportunities that you can teach something, you know, like, oh, you're walking down the hall and look at the pattern in the tile floors, or look at the shape of the tiles, or you're driving down the road and you notice a stop sign and you talk about, oh, my name starts with an S, there's an S over there on that sign. Just notice the things in your environmental print.
Absolutely. Or you're having breakfast, oh, my pancake is really round. And then you can also work, you know, make the shapes with your fingers. And so that's great. I love the playfulness. Teaching through playfulness is the best.
Absolutely.
Okay, can you give me some practical ideas to get the child excited to come to school?
I think if a parent is excited about school and shows that they're excited about school, no matter what trepidation they have, because kids pick up on, you know, our emotions.
Yes.
If the parents are excited, then the child's going to be excited. You can drive by the school. When there's an opportunity for an open house or to meet the teacher, you're going to do all those things. Hopefully, if you can fit it in your schedule. If there's a mascot at the school, you could start talking about the school mascot. Like here it's the Road Runners. You're going to be a Road Runner. If possibly there's a play group of children in your neighborhood that you could get together so your child gets a little play group of friends and get some confidence within that play group, that would be another nice thing to do too. But yeah, just every opportunity you can be super positive, I think. What about you, Brittany?
And I would just add, for kindergarten registration, bring your child with you, because that is the first opportunity that they'll be able to meet their teacher. And then in most schools, we do what we call like a kindergarten screening, where the teacher and the student go in like a little area, same spot as their parents, which is a few tables away, and they get to conversate with them and get to meet them. So I've definitely encouraged them to please come to the kindergarten registration.
Start building those relationships right away.
Right, and this year is going to be a little different, Brittany, from last year.
This year is actually going to start coming back in person, where the parent can make an appointment with their school. Some schools are hosting a kindergarten registration event, so it depends on the school, but we are registering in person.
Oh, that's
so they should get the opportunity.
And that might be, depending on where you are, you might want to just find out how your school district is operating.
Yes.
But in Chesterfield, that's how it's happening.
Yes.
No, that's great. I think it's huge. You definitely need to come to school to meet your teacher, be excited about meeting your teacher and the classroom, maybe drive around the school.
Exactly, yes.
Go to the
Practice
playground.
having lunch, you know?
Practice having lunch, opening containers.
Try and
Opening the containers, yeah, all those cool new school things. Like, there's nothing like a fresh backpack and fresh school supplies. You know, I still get excited about those things.
Absolutely, and that's the energy. I love that you're saying that, because that's what our child is going to feel about the school. I know it's a little, it's kind of difficult, especially if it's the first
time in school, yes.
But that's this enthusiasm. That's what they are going to
feel.
They're
going to ride that way.
Yes.
They might be tired the first week home. That's a big schedule change.
Maybe even longer.
Yeah, there might be some mood swings, you know, but give it a month, because I think it is a big change, you know.
I like that. For parents to know
Right.
that, hey, give it some time. It's not like the first day they're going to go like, yes, you know what? I've seen the children, they get super excited. For the first couple of days, everything is great. And then, they realize that I'm going to be here every day.
Exactly.
So that's when it becomes a little more difficult. But then,
so that's another thing parents can do to get their child prepared, is just have a schedule to, like, start waking up at this time you're going to need to wake up to get ready for school, practice with the lunch containers, give your child the independence to do zippers and buttons and that type of thing, because kids want to feel confident and independent when they go make this next step.
Right. Brittany, can you please describe a typical kindergarten day?
Yes. All right, so here at Chalkley, we have what we call morning meeting, or like what we consider our circle time. It looked a little different this year, but hopefully we can get back to the floor where the students and I interact. We do like SEL experiments or conversations like, how do you feel? And they get to conversate with one another. We do our morning greeting. I give the morning message. After that, we transition into our learning and academics. It is a busy and a long day because we do cover all core areas: reading, math, science, social studies, writing, and word study. But we do incorporate lots of like 10-minute breaks. Here at Chalkley, we're going to have 2 recesses. So the students get 2 20-minute recesses, like one in the beginning part of the day and one in the afternoon, just to break it up, because it is a lot for them. But one change is we do not have naps in kindergarten anymore. So the kids will come home tired, I say at least a month, sometimes 2 months, because a lot of them are used to taking naps. So that's one thing that we, if you could do anything, try to like transition to shorter naps or no naps eventually over the summer. But it's a very structured day in kindergarten, but we do have lots and lots and lots of fun. I know we're about to start our chick unit, where we're going to start incubating some eggs when we come back from spring break, and the kids get to help take care of the eggs, and when they hatch, they'll help, we practice the needs of plants and animals, so they'll help us take care of those and like review those skills.
I love it.
But yeah, definitely structured,
Yes.
definitely routine, definitely a long day, but we do incorporate lots and lots of breaks and fun activities.
Fun and songs and
Yes.
movement.
Lots of
Movement
videos,
is
lots
so
of dancing,
important.
lots of movement. The kids are able to like not sit at their tables all the time and have like desk seats or lap desks. They can find a spot on the floor if they want to. So it's not always sitting at your desk. There are some times where they do that, but it's not all day. We do have small group instruction where we have reading instruction and math instruction in small groups, so they're not learning all together. We're able to meet them where they are at their needs. So students who might need a little bit more support will get that from us, and it's working out a lot. So it's a busy, long day, but the kids love it.
Oh, so as parents, this is wonderful. Yes, that I feel reassured when you say all those things, because parents sometimes don't know what is going on in the classroom, and it's really fun, and their children and
So busy.
so
It is
busy.
definitely busy. But definitely keep in contact with your child's teacher, because your teacher might be sending home videos or things like
Right.
that, just to show snippets of what we're doing throughout the day. So definitely whatever communication tool your school uses, I would definitely join that. Like we use Class Dojo here, and the parents can get videos to see what we're doing throughout the day.
And
Yeah, and asking your teacher how to best communicate is a great idea too, because you want to feel like, you know what's going on in the classroom.
Exactly.
I love that you send videos
Yes.
and a window into the room.
exactly. Well, this has been so wonderful. Thank you, both of you,
You are
for
welcome.
supporting the.
It's an exciting time, right?
It's an exciting time, and
Big school is what I used to call it when I was a kid. My mom and dad would say, "You're going to big school."
I love it. Just to recap, we talked about independence skills, practice at home, toileting, opening and closing containers, the social and emotional, taking turns, listening, practicing that with your child, and watching, para interactive play.
Yes.
Same
And
thing,
reading.
right?
Reading.
And reading, thank
Build
you
that
so
love
much
for
for
reading.
saying that. Also, the parents can do, if they have time, like a little book at home, like a visual. This is you going to the classroom. This is
act it
like
out.
something that they can read every day.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Thank you.